Second biome is a desert. Desert, you can see cold deserts also and also hot deserts. Cold deserts example is Tibet and Gobi, whereas hot deserts examples are Thar and Sahara. Especially these two things I need not to tell because almost every one of us know Thar is India's largest desert, whereas Sahara is the world's largest desert. Whereas vegetation, you can be able to see ephemerals. Students try to recollect morphology of flowering plants. In morphology of flowering plants, I told you, based on the lifespan, the plants are categorized into three types. The first one is annuals, that means the plants which can be able to live for only 1 year. Next one is biennial, that means the plants which can live for 2 years, whereas perennial, the plants which can live for more than 2 years, that may be any number of years, whereas the plants which cannot live at least for 1 year, that means they finish their life cycle less than 1 year, then they are called as ephemerals. And the second type of plant category can be seen in desert is succulent xerophytes. Succulent xerophytes means xerophytes means I need not to tell you the plants which grow in dry climatic conditions. Succulent xerophytes means these xerophytes, they develop a special type of parenchyma called as storage parenchyma. As the rainfall, it is not continuous, that means it is not available throughout the year. That's why whenever it rains, they store the water with the help of storage parenchyma and utilizes that stored water throughout the year, and that is called as succulent xerophytes. Example also, you know, opuntia, cactus and also aloe vera, etc. These are the examples for succulent xerophytes. And the third category of the plants you can see in desert is deep rooted shrubs, small trees like Prosophis and Salvodara, etc. Whereas most important point you need to understand is, here I underline that point also, Synchros is a desert grass. Please remember this is very important point. The third biome is grassland. Of course, grassland is again of two types. The first one is a tropical grassland, which is also called as savanna. Savanna means, very simply I'll tell you, the complete biome, it is covered with the grass with a very less number of trees which are present in a scattered manner. So again I am telling you, grassland with scattered trees, it is called as savanna, simply called as a tropical grassland. And second one is temperate grassland. Latitude, altitude and mean annual temperature, mean annual rainfall, that you can be able to see. Of course, you don't pay much attention on them because no one will ask you. Just for sake of information, I have given it. Location is Russia, North America, South America, South Africa, New Zealand and Australia. Whereas this is also treeless biome. I think this is the second time we are repeating it. Again, I told you the same point in tundra also. Tundra is also treeless biome, whereas the vegetation includes grasses and non-graminous herbs, mostly legumes. So this is a vegetation of grassland. And the third, I'm really sorry. The fourth biome is a temperate biome, which is also called as a deciduous biome. I think you must have understood when I called deciduous. Deciduous means these plants, they shed off their leaves seasonally. For example, during summer season, they lose all the leaves, and again spring they develop the leaves. So that is called deciduous. Whereas broad leaf forest, that means these trees, they are having broad leaves, so it is called as broadleaf forest. Whereas the location, it includes temperate areas of America, Europe, Asia, Australia, etc. Whereas this vegetation, it includes deciduous trees. Deciduous trees means the plants which shed off the leaves seasonally, and these trees are 25 to 30 meters tall trees with broad leaves, and several species of oak comes under example. The next biome is coniferous biome, and coniferous biome, it is also called as a needle-like forest. That means these plants are having a needle-like leaves. And very important point, coniferous biome, it is also called as taiga. This is a important point, students, you please remember. Whereas the location is the cold temperate regions of Asia, North America, Europe, etc. And vegetation, it includes 30 to 35 meters tall trees and evergreen coniferous trees. And these trees are characterized by long needle-like leaves. Example is pine. This I need not to tell you. Every one of us know. I already explained this also in plant kingdom. Pines, how the leaves are present, and deodar, that means cedrus, and silver fir, etc. These are the best examples of needle like forest.